Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so welcome back to the cross.
I went to Harvard.
Oh, you went to Harvard.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm so kidding.
Welcome back to the Cross Up Podcast. My name is Alan. I'm here with Daquan and Jeremy. We're gonna be going over we're gonna be talking about game mechanics that suck or that kind of we don't enjoy having. Mostly because Jeremy posted this in our Discord and then proceeded to be angry about it. So I wanted to sit down. I think it'd be a good video to react to and kind of give Daquan and I's opinion on it, since obviously Jeremy's already seen it, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about it, whether we agree with the list, and then we'll go into game mechanics that we don't like, whether they're just like bad mechanics or things that we just find that aren't executed well usually. So any opening statement, Jeremy, as the one who's seen this?
And the reason why I'm upset, because for every mechanic that was in this video, I could think about why they would add that mechanic from a game dev reason. It took 10 mechanics for me to be like, all right, I understand that one kind of sucked.
Oh, guys. So I guess we're going to find out. So we'll go ahead and get it started. And this is obviously a Gameranx video. So shout out Gameranx. Thank you for letting us watch this, hopefully.
I don't remember. I think it's Falcon. Yes.
I guess we'll find out.
There are plenty of good mechanics in
So we'll be pausing as we watch and whatnot as we see it. That looked so goofy. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, I forgot about that game, dude.
Some are annoying, some are outdated, and some feel born of spite. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on
I guess we'll see what he's going to talk about. I already have opinions about what was shown.
When an enemy's nearby and you just can't do anything. It's probably one of those persistently annoying mechanics in modern games. It pops up everywhere, and
I'm going to let him finish before I give my opinion.
Is annoying and almost always unnecessary. I get not being able to perform certain actions if you're in a combat stance, but often this mechanic locks you out of doing anything, from sleeping to travel to something basic like opening chests. If there's a particularly unfriendly weevil within a 5-mile radius, sorry, you can't do anything unless you spend 15 minutes hunting the creature down or waiting for them to...
Okay, already we're starting off not great.
Starting off hot, right?
Like, there's certain instances where I can be like, yeah, that's kind of annoying, but like for the most part, a lot of the situations in these games where you can't do anything, like a lot of the time it's like a survivor horror game, or it's one of those things where you start off and they've taken all your equipment, so of course you're not gonna just go around beating people with your hands. Like, that's not the point. I think that's kind of like dumb. And then there's also like the aspect of like not being able to sleep in someone's bed. Fallout follows Bethesda specifically follows the thing like, hey, if that's not an open bed, or if that specifically belongs into someone's house and you're breaking in, yeah, you're not going to be able to sleep in that house, bro. I'm sorry. Like, go right now, try to break into your neighbor's house and try to sleep in their bed and see how that turns out for you. Like, of course that's not going to work. Like, yeah, I get it in the game. It's kind of dumb because then you have to go elsewhere to find a bed. But I don't disagree with it. Like, I think it's fine.
It's fine. Like, imagine you're playing like a game where you have inventory, right? But if you die, you lose some inventory. Kill the enemy around you. What's so hard about that? Because if they kill you while you're sleeping, there goes your inventory. Gone.
And like, again, it's very specific games that don't allow you. There are certain sections of a game where you're not allowed to do anything to the enemies, but that's like by design. Like, they're not trying to just block you off for the sake of trying to keep you from doing something.
No, it's not.
So I don't know. I guess I kind of get the thought process behind it, because it's like, why are you trying to stop me from doing what I want to do? But at the same time, like, a lot of the things that he pointed out are by design, and they're like, there's reasoning behind it.
They're literally trying to save your game.
Yeah. So it's just like, I disagree with that one. So Daquan, any thoughts?
It's kind of the same thing Jeremy mentioned at the beginning of this. I think there's more development reasons why they do that.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine the bugs in certain scenarios where, like, oh, I can sleep, but then I die, and then like what wins in that conversation?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't know. I think people just need to relax. Like, it'll be fine. If you can't sleep here, just figure someplace else to sleep. Like, it's a video game.
So let's continue. We'll see what's next.
Nearly every open world game
Oh, okay, he's gonna talk about it a little bit. That's fine.
somewhere is guilty of doing this in some capacity. I get that you can't do certain things if a goblin is currently smacking you around with a club, but just being around, like in the tri-state area, I guess, maybe
Oh, Lord.
aggressive, knocking you out of doing even the most basic stuff.
And this isn't really a game mechanic. I think this is more like a complaint on game design. Like that's not a single
Yeah.
mechanic. He's
Yeah.
like it's a
Not
very
really a mechanic.
broad statement, so to speak.
Yeah.
Something you can do to see more Gameranx videos and
Okay,
help
just here's the plug, dude.
Yeah, it's fine, dude. Everyone's got to do it. Let them have it.
Out of 8.3 million subscribers, you don't.
You gotta keep it, dude. They're going after the bag, you know.
So thanks for enabling them. Let's get back to the video.
All right, let's see what's 19.
Annoying low health sound. Speaking of annoying, being low on health is stressful.
Okay, already like again, I get the thought process behind it, but not everyone is constantly looking at their HP while they're going around.
Right.
It's a very much a as annoying as it is, the perfect example. Legend of
Immediate
Zelda,
feedback.
Kingdom Hearts, Pokemon. Like all of these games have it because it's an actual
All of
warning indicator and it helps the player
Mhm.
understand. Like whether you like it or not, it helps
Mhm.
the majority of players be like, oh shit, I'm low HP. And they don't even have to look down at their health bar. They just have to hear the
Mhm.
indication and
Like
they can
you-
continue doing what they're doing.
Like you have to think about if there was no sound, like if there was no sound there, how will a deaf person know if they're low health? They like obviously they have to look at this. Not deaf person.
Blind person.
A blind,
blind
person.
person. Like how?
That's
And
true.
like, I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure he's gonna say something here about it. I'd rather hear a fucking annoying sound indicator for low HP than the bullshit that Call of Duty did, where they just cover your screen in blood.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
I like
Mhm.
being able to see what's going on. Sure, it's not that obstructing, but look at that pause screen. That's disgusting.
Oh,
So,
blood.
all right, we'll hear him out, see what he's doing, but that's already like I don't agree with that.
Right? Why do we need a thing that's like covering your screen in red jelly or flashing warning lights?
Okay, so he's complaining about the Call of Duty one.
Beeping, buzzing sound that plays nonstop.
How else are you gonna know you're low HP?
Until you restore your health. I get the idea that this sort of mechanic, I guess it can be useful.
Like-
in certain
Like
It
positive,
can be
positive.
useful. No. It is useful.
Like every time he says mechanic, and he says, "I kind of agree." Then what? You just
And
contradict.
why is it on the list? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it on the list?
Also, is that a mechanic? I count that design. Does that
It's
fall under
design.
the? It's game design. That's not a mechanic. That's not like a. I don't
I
consider.
wouldn't call it a mechanic.
It's technically a mechanic.
Is it
like,
technically a
it's-
mechanic? I don't know. I feel like it's always
technically a
considered
mechanic.
We
designed
call
to
like it's a
be.
low health mechanic. That's it.
Well, it would just be whatchamacallit? It's just under feedback. Like it's just under like the user experience portion. Like it technically is going to be a mechanic because it's going to be used elsewhere, based on something else. But I wouldn't. I don't think I would put it as heavy as like, oh, this is something to really like zone in on because it's normally something you can turn off in games. So
Usually,
I don't.
Yeah.
This part is just like I don't even know why he's going after this. Like I think he's grasping for straws for this one.
Yeah,
Like,
that
this-
one was. Now I get it. The list was 20. He probably had 10. And he's like, we got to make it longer, and then they
Yeah, we
started
gotta make it longer.
distribution.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we'll keep going. I just strongly disagree with that one.
fast-paced games. But let's be serious, even a
Yeah.
huge classic like Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past hurts to play on low health. The original Fable, also a prime example. The chatty, omniscient guild master will constantly remind you that your health is low by patronizingly asking if you have any potions or food. The classic Metroid sound,
Yeah, it's
while
funny.
pretty annoying.
Again, I don't even see a health bar here. I need to know I'm low.
fair to it.
I think it's energy. Is it energy?
Yeah.
A little bit
I think it's
more
energy.
than recent
Okay.
games, though.
I haven't played the OG Metroid, so
Never too far from a health
at least
pickup.
not in a long time.
Inexplicably, Metroid Prime 4 has one of the worst examples of this sort of thing because of its open world. There's not a lot of stuff to break or health pickups, but there are
Mhm.
wandering around. It's a combination that can lead to these long.
That game actually looks really good.
constantly beeping at
It
you
does.
and
I didn't play it,
on
but
Some
that's because I don't want to play for a Switch, but that's like a whole other issue. This game is so gross to look at, even if it is a good game.
Yep.
Metroid Prime
Oh.
4 is an otherwise pretty decent game, and I think they should have done that. Because, man, those warning sounds are excessive and very...
All right, let's hear it. I haven't heard it. I didn't even hear anything there, I'll be real.
I didn't even hear anything. I don't know.
Rubber banding.
Bro, that has nothing to do with.
Okay.
I want to hear what he says. Hold on.
Is going to have rubber banding to some degree, and at its best, this mechanic can keep races against AI at least competitive, and make it so if you do screw up, other racers will compensate somewhat, give you at least a chance to recover. But that's the best case scenario. That's when it actually does what it's meant to do, and most games where it has rubber banding, that people complain about anyhow, don't work like that. Often, AI gets all the advantages and none of the disadvantages. They don't play by the
What?
rules at all. They just out of nowhere get
Wait.
over 9,000 miles per hour simply because you're racing too good, and suddenly they overtake you in the last lap out of nowhere.
Now pause it real quick.
That's not a mechanic.
So
That's
I
not.
didn't. So when I heard this one, my first thought was, wait, he's talking about like internet.
I
didn't know
thought
this
it was
this
rubber.
a thing.
I thought when he started it, I thought he was
Mhm.
talking about how some games have rubber banding kind of like on collision to keep you from clipping into
Yeah.
each other
No,
and
he's
stuff
talking
like
about
that.
network rubber
No,
banding.
but he's
That's what
talking. Yeah,
about.
yeah. Well, no,
It's on
I
network.
I thought he was talking about network rubber
that's
banding,
that's
but
where I
he's
thought
talking
it was
about
going. But
racing.
he's talking about racing where like if you get too far ahead, the AI gets pushed forward to catch up to you to make it competitive. I
Yeah.
think that's what he's trying to say.
That's what he's talking about.
What? I've never played a game and that's been the case. I don't know.
I don't
I don't
think
even
I've
know.
ever played a racing game, at least ones that, I mean, to be fair, I'm not playing like Crash Team Racing or anything like that. Or Mario Party with CPUs. Like I'm playing Mario Party with, or not Mario Party, Mario Kart with friends. So
Yeah.
I've never played one of these racing games where the CPU all of a sudden catches up to me unless I'm like fucking up. Like a lot of these games like Forza, Assetto
sounds like it's still
Corsa, yeah, like if you're ahead and you're racing well, they're not catching up.
No.
So this is already kind of stupid. I don't like this.
I don't either. Yeah.
Technically, it is a game mechanic if that's actually a thing. Because I this is unfortunately like I haven't experienced this, so I couldn't give my full opinion on it. But like, I guess at the end of the day, it's keeping you competitive. Because if you fuck up, the CPU is gonna get ahead of you. Don't fuck up. I don't know. That's a
the
skill
only thing I
issue,
can
maybe.
think of. Like every racing game that I played, if I'm the one in the lead and then I mess up, then I see the NPC just go
Yeah.
because I messed up.
So I don't know. This one's kind of like whatever. I disagree with it, but see, like you're already going off track and slowing down. Yeah, you fucked up.
A ton of racers make it so you're dominating the race from minute one. You're cruising around with zero difficulty, and then
Okay, that was a horrible turn. Let's go. You crashed. Let's go.
Button, and now you're second, third, fourth, or even 16th place, just because the game decided it's time for you to lose. Basically,
No.
that's the worst case.
That's
skill
not
was
how.
bad.
That's not how that works. Like, don't get me wrong. The rubber banding mechanic might keep the CPUs near you, but that's not the reason you're losing.
Against an AMC Gremlin, and that little hatchback is riding your tail the entire race. Little bit of rubber banding, fine. Honestly, not even really something to complain about.
Yeah, you crashed. Like what?
Even have a different car class if the AI just makes them all drive as fast as you. And number 17, when
Whatever.
they add enemies
And-
to boss fights can be
Oh, adds to boss fights.
This is
Okay.
dumb. This-
Let's see what he has to say before I give my opinion on this.
Is when they dump a bunch of little extra chump enemies. It's annoying. It drags the fight out unnecessarily, and it adds an obnoxious element of chaotic luck to what would otherwise be, or might be, a skill-based encounter.
Okay, so I already disagree with that. Don't get me wrong. Like, depending on the game, depending on the boss, ads are annoying. Like, sure. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that ads aren't annoying, but that they add a chaotic luck factor is just wrong. I think if you're sitting there and you get ads in a fight and you're complaining that that was unlucky or that was so lucky on the CPU, that means you're probably going around hitting the boss and ignoring ads. Part of the skill about these boss fights is being able to manage where the boss is while taking out the smaller ads so you can go back to the big boss. Now, sure, you can make an argument that like they're just elongating the boss fight and making it like a little more tedious. Sure, at that point I can maybe agree with you, but that's not what you said.
No, no. Like I don't mind ads in boss fights. In boss fights, I just don't. Like they're just there. You can ignore them or not.
And to be fair,
I just hate boss fights in general.
he did say that they elongate fights, but then he proceeded to talk about luck. So that's why I'm disagreeing with him.
Gotcha. What you said, Daquan?
Like I couldn't imagine having a boss in Destiny and there are no ads.
Yeah.
Or even
Right.
Halo and there are
Right.
no ads. Like that's just weird. Like I don't, or even Call of Duty. Like I can't imagine a very good game that has come out that you just have no ads involved in the boss fight. Like it's kind of weird. Unless it's Dark Souls.
Resident Evil doesn't have ads usually. Like some bosses do, but a lot of the bosses don't.
Yeah. I'm trying to name a Dark Souls or any Souls boss that has like just ads that just come out.
Dark Souls 3, the big tree. It's at the beginning of the game. It has a bunch of enemies running around.
Yeah. Even
I don't see the problem. I think it's a skill issue.
Is like
It's a
Like
skill
that's
issue.
literally just like the whole point of it is like the encounters are designed for that specifically.
Yeah.
So that just
Like
because
the
even
boss,
the ads might drop something for you, like health,
Yeah.
Exactly.
ammo, or anything.
they
like
drop
that you
they
don't
drop
have.
health items. Also, like the enemies that are in, like you're never gonna get a boss and they get like in Dark Souls, like for let's say for the tree, right? You're not gonna then get a bunch of fucking dogs and big ass fucking dudes that take you forever to kill. Usually like it's a bunch of small guys. Like again,
Mhm.
just like Daquan said, these boss fights are designed and tailored to have the ads in them, and the boss and the enemies are tuned specifically for this, so you learn how to adjust to the situation. So this is a skill issue. I don't agree with this whatsoever. So we'll keep listening to what he has to say. This is just wrong.
Yeah. And using Batman as an
See,
example
like
is
even
horrible too.
yeah, because like the boss was just sitting there watching you as you took out three
Yeah.
dudes. Like, what's the issue?
Yeah. And when you take out the enemies in Batman, like it adds to your flow state, and then you're doing more damage. You're able to do more things. So like I don't.
Say Destiny 2, especially for a raid encounter, or maybe why it's in something like Remnant, a co-op multiplayer shooter with a team. It's maybe not the biggest deal if you're solo.
You even playing solo, that game's not that bad.
Here's the thing, some
Just
games
kill them.
do this not badly, and others really don't. Some bosses
You just
incorporate lots of little
again, the boss is pretty slow moving, has really wide attacks. Just attack the ads.
Also,
Mhm.
why did he show this?
He was explaining that JRPGs will sometimes add enemies, and like he's just talking about it, yeah, because they do.
It just sucks. Yes, there are rare instances where it can be kind of okay. Like Metal Gear Rising Revengeance can get away with it, but a lot of other games pull this
Oh,
crap
but why can they get away with it?
as good as that game.
Just because you think you enjoy the gameplay more and you think it's better? I don't know.
Pretty much.
That's kind of
Yeah.
hypocritical. If you have an issue with all of it, you have an issue with this one, no matter how much fun you're having.
And number
Yes.
16, The Walk and Talk, a classic that is still an issue
Okay.
somehow. Crimson Desert runs an
This one, I dislike very much, but I understand why it's there.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
It's one of those things where luckily not a lot of games do it, but there are very few that sometimes if you die and it goes back, you then have to redo it. I just wish you could skip it if you've seen it the one time.
That yes, I would agree that portion sucks.
Yeah. Now, the only thing I wish is if we're going to have these sections, make them interesting, make it worthwhile that we're sitting there. And then two, just a little bit faster. Sometimes we're there for like 10 minutes and like those are fucking awful. But like I understand why they're here and I'm not too upset about them. I'm like, okay, it's just one of these sections. I can just sit here and listen, maybe look at my phone a little bit, just keep going.
But I wouldn't call this a mechanic. It's just
Yeah.
a plot.
It's just a section. Like it's literally
It's just a
a section
section
of the game.
designed to give you exposition that's like needed, or it's important information for the upcoming situation you're about to be in. Like it's not game mechanics, it's just like a section of the game. Whatever, we'll listen to what he has to say. I just disagree with that as well.
The semi-interactive cutscene is already kind of annoying. Somebody is talking to you. And you
Ah,
have
yes, my
almost no
favorite.
control over the game.
Just
Mhm.
experienced this one recently.
Being able to walk this
Mhm.
line that the other person talks. So many of these sequences just feel like a big waste of time. All you're
But that's
They're
that
not
cool
a waste
game.
of time.
conveyed at you.
It's
Is that Noctis?
No, I mean,
no, that's Souls
Nate,
aside, or it's like
50% Noctis, yes.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think if like don't get me wrong, there are some games that do this and absolutely just waste your time, but a lot of the times this is like again, it's exposition, it's kind of needed. Whether you like it or not, it's kind of important.
You're forced to stand around and wait like a chump, or you're just too slow when you walk. Running's not right, walking's not right. You're stuck.
Yeah, see,
Like,
like
after,
especially like okay, you
Go ahead.
can't be talking about this mechanic and bringing Gears into this because Gears did it the
Yeah.
best. Gears did this section specifically because they're talking within the squads of each other because they're trying to complete a
Yeah.
certain mission, and all of the comms were super important and they kept it like concise. You can't be talking about this mechanic how much you hate it and then bring up Gears of War. Like that's one of
Like-
the few games that does it really well.
Like action just can't be go, go, go. There has to be something in the game to slow you
Mhm.
a little bit. And that's just part of it.
Yeah, it's just kind of part of it.
Annoying complication is something that should be about as basic of a game interaction as can be imagined. It's especially annoying because it's a problem that has been solved. There are a lot of games that are smart enough to simply make it so the person you're following moves the same speed you do. I mean, it's not necessarily great
But it's not-
when that is the
I mean, there are
case.
some games that do
Slightly ahead,
just have you walking, but most games have you walking a specific speed because they're trying to get all the dialogue out and then it ends as you
Mhm.
arrive. You
Mhm.
can't speed up to the it's not about getting to the destination. That's dumb. That's dumb criticism. It's true you can make the argument like there should be less dialogue, whatever. We can then have that discussion. But
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
number 15, trial and error based gameplay. A tough one because some games do this.
trial and error.
I'm thinking of games like Inside. They sometimes pull little gotcha moments on you, but the quick loading times alleviate some of that frustration. Other horror games do not do this as well, and it can lead to a lot of confusion and frustration. It is a very fine line that a horror game.
Okay.
I, I don't know what to
I
say about
get-
this anymore.
I completely understand that these types of games, like we described this as the Elden Ring Dark Souls problem, right? These
You just don't play
games
them.
you just like trial and error games exist because a lot of people like the problem solving and learning about what's going to happen where and when. That's the point of these games. You can't call that
Yeah.
a mechanic. That's game design. I
Mhm.
dislike it already. This guy should have made this 20 game design decisions that I don't like instead of game
Yeah.
mechanics.
Yes.
But
I 100% agree.
but a lot of games up front tell you what kind of game it is, and if you or in a lot of
Mhm.
situations, like it's especially if you're a PC gamer, we're very blessed with Steam. If you start playing a game within 2 hours, you're gonna find out if it's a trial and error game, and you can refund it.
Like how
Got a
like how
point.
did you like how did you play games in like the 90s and 2000s? How did you play
I
them?
think people are just spoiled at this point.
Yeah,
'Cause,
100%.
Falcon is our age, so I'm pretty sure this is more of just again he padding the list because the top
And-
10 probably actually have some mechanics we might agree on, but
Right.
just
That's what
ultimately,
I'm
I don't know
thinking.
what you guys don't know.
So, but yeah, I think this is a nitpick. It's just again grasping for content to add in because there's no way you can sit here call this a mechanic first of all and then complain about it when you can just be like I'm not playing it. Some people there's a lot of people specifically that enjoy these types of games. They like being like not even like taking Dark Souls and Elden Ring out of the equation, right? Like actual horror games that require you to think and find out what to do, where to go, how to use your resources. A lot of people like that
Mhm.
problem solving. I like that problem solving. So yeah,
Exactly.
this
Like-
one is
Like isn't the RTS a problem-solving game basically? Like isn't that not
An
trial and
RTS?
error too? Yeah. Is that not trial and
RTS?
error too?
I mean, technically it is trial and error. Yeah, it depends
Yeah.
on. Like,
but I think RTS is a little more open ended because it's whereas like these horror games have
Mhm.
one or two solutions that work, and an RTS is a very evolving situation depending on what your opponents are doing and what you're doing. So
Yeah,
yes
I can see
and
that.
no.
Yeah.
Yes and
Yeah.
no. Okay. So we'll keep listening. I don't agree, but
If it's gonna do this, but the fear of death has to be there, and they can't just telegraph everything you're supposed to do because that would kill all the tension. At the same time, though, if you die too often, it also kills the tension because now you're thinking about game mechanics all the time. You're not immersed in the scariness of the experience.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I already have something else to say. I'm gonna be real. most of the people that play these games are already fans of the horror game. And yes, some people play these games because they're just trying to get scared for content, like online.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But they're not sitting there getting upset about the game or anything. They're usually like getting scared and then like, snailing their progress way through. But most of the people that play these games, the ones that are selling or buying these games and making the money for the developers, understand again what they're getting into. I don't think they're not really too concerned about getting scared. I think if they get scared, it's a bonus. Like I think when I play these games, if it gets like genuinely scares me, I was like, damn, that got me. And then I keep moving. And if it doesn't scare me, it doesn't take away from the enjoyment factor of the gameplay. So that again, I don't agree with that.
Where death is quite common, but you're actually not always sure what the hell you're supposed to do.
Oh yeah, just sit there and get hit, bro. Don't turn around, try to run in a survival horror game.
The tape in the old house where you're supposed to avoid Marguerite Baker is very guilty of this. No matter how many times I replay this segment, I always forget how you're supposed to avoid her and not how to get caught.
You just hide until you get to the boss fight, then you beat her ass.
It's just not clear what you're supposed to do.
Skill issue.
Bro, I played this game just recently for the first time and I did it first try. I think that's just a skill issue.
Yeah.
Why are we focusing on okay, whatever.
I know some people are
Level scaling.
defend level
Yes.
scaling, and I'll admit there are very specific games where it works. Diablo style action RPGs. Some games are
But see,
super
pause it,
about how they're
pause it.
implemented, like Silk Song for
Like he just said
Mhm.
level scaling.
Yeah.
Then he said he sees some games
Yeah.
doing it well, like Diablo. Like what? You just destroyed your whole argument.
He did.
Also, do you just like JRPGs rarely have level scaling? As in like you're the enemy. I'm assuming this is what he's talking about. Enemies getting stronger as you do, right? Like not
Yes.
area based level scaling, because that's what JRPGs have. JRPGs have area level based scaling, whereas like Eaststock, I think we're on the same page then. I'm gonna be honest. I prefer level scaling. I don't like over leveling. I think over leveling, or let's say you're going around exploring. Let's say I want to go like in Expedition 33. This happened. Before the final like battle, there was a whole bunch of things that I wanted to do. Go unlock more pictos, get more weapons, get more, outfits, and I ended up getting to like level 70 or 75 or 80, like super high, almost maxed.
Mhm.
The final boss, 10 minutes maybe. It was super fast. I was able to parry. The damage I took was insignificant. I did 1,000,000 damage because I got over leveled. I prefer, even if I was max level, make the boss max level. Like it's more enjoyable, it's more engaging. I think it's way more fun. It's more challenging. I think the point of RPG leveling systems is the higher level you get, the cooler shit you get to do. I want to do that cooler shit for longer. I don't want to just one shot everything. I don't enjoy that. So I'm a pretty big level scaling defender. I know some people don't like it. Some people like to go around like max leveling so they can go one shot and breeze through the game. There's nothing wrong if that's what you enjoy. That's just not for me.
That's just not fun for me.
Yeah,
dude.
it's not fun. That's why I prefer to, in RPGs and JRPGs, I prefer just to beeline the main story, because I'll be under leveled and it's a challenge and it's engaging, because very rare games do level scaling nowadays. So I prefer it. I wish more games would do it. I wish more games would be scared of people getting upset that they can't one shot their game.
Exactly.
So yeah, I disagree with this, but again, this one is on here. I don't agree with his explanation of it, because he just said that some games do it well, but I think this one being on the list is like the first thing that makes sense, because this is like very much a preference. Like some people could hate it and some people can like it. So I don't disagree with it being on the list, even if his explanation is not the greatest.
Example has a mild level scaling mechanic. You unlock new upgrades, and it actually makes weaker enemies a little tougher. Basically makes it so you can't just wipe the floor with everything.
Yeah, that's how a game should be.
Powerful in general. Compare that to one of the all-time greats of bad level scaling, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. For people playing this game normally, the scaling on enemies gets out of control fast. Like one of the most common tips for the game is to not level up to avoid having the enemies scale up.
Yeah, this is an example of one that
Okay.
does it bad, because I mean,
Actually,
I don't
I
even
would
know
say
if that's true. I don't even know if that's true. Actually, let me think about
Uh,
this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I actually do not like level scaling. My reason, I don't. If the game worked like Monster Hunter, to where there is something specific you can do to beat the enemy quicker, I don't mind it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this enemy hit him in the back, and that's times 2, or if you headshot this one, that's times 6.
No, you're
If you
talking
use
about
acid,
you're specifically talking about level scaling where they just become bullet sponges and they have a million HP.
yes,
Yes.
that's the one I cannot stand.
So
That part bothers me.
that's the example that I was gonna give. As much as I
Gotcha.
love some of the games, Borderlands is horrible
Yeah.
about this.
Borderlands is horrible
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I dislike, like, I get it. Like, some of these guns do absolutely ridiculous damage, but I'm not trying
Mhm.
to fight a boss that does a million damage to me for 15 minutes just shooting nonstop.
True.
Like, it's not fun.
Yeah.
So that is an example of bad level scale. So I agree with that. Yeah. I think Oblivion, that's what Oblivion does.
I mean, that's a problem. That is obviously something not working.
So I think this one should be explained more. So, like, it's the way it's implemented could be good or bad, because Fallout does the same
Yeah.
thing. But Fallout has the VAT system where you can choose to shoot people in the head, does more damage, and you kill them faster.
There's no other reason why everyone suddenly has super rare armor now. That's one of the worst examples, and obviously a lot of games have much more mild examples.
All right, bro. Don't use VATs. Your AP's only full.
Sucks. I want to be able to go back to old areas and dominate enemies that gave me trouble at first. When you level up, you should feel stronger, not.
Isn't it Oblivion Remake?
That's generally what level scaling.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what the name was.
Yeah, I thought that was Oblivion remake. I could be wrong. Yeah, don't use your AP, bro. Don't hit the stinger so he can't sting you and do poison damage to you. Don't shoot his hand so he can't hit you. It's fine.
Skills. You ever play a game that incorporates some kind of arcane mechanic that's poorly explained, barely makes any sense, and ultimately feels tacked on and pointless? This mechanic is that, only somehow about 100 times worse. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a game where nobody said no when they really should have. The entire in-game
Okay,
gotcha
man.
system is weird,
Wait, hold on.
but then you combine that with the baffling field skill stuff, and you have this entire chunk of the game that most players will just never engage with. Rightfully so, too. The idea that certain characters are needed to unlock specific parts of the map using specific...
Are we?
Go
We're
ahead,
not.
go ahead.
We're not serious, right?
No, he's very serious.
Did
He's
we
very
forget?
serious.
Did we forget the whimsy that is like old RPGs and JRPGs? You require characters or abilities to then go look at specific areas you can't get to. And now some of them are mandatory because they're showing you like, hey, you need this character to proceed to this part to show you how this mechanic works. That way, when you go explore the overworld, hey, I have this character to open that up, and then you're rewarded for going to explore and then getting past that wall. That's the whole point of it. It gives you more items, it gives you more money, it gives you more gear. That's the point of exploration.
You just said my entire argument right there.
We're not serious. Tales of Arise does this, and
this mechanic is mainly in JRPGs.
it is a JRPG thing. It's very it's very rare for like a standard Western RPG to do this. Some of them do, but it is more rare. I disagree. I like it. You're barred from progression in certain areas, and you're rewarded for those people that are willing to backtrack to go get those rewards from those areas. You can complain that it's like, oh, I want this. Then you're a baby dopamine ADHD TikToker, and you need to go like get therapy. I don't know what to tell you. I disagree with this wholeheartedly. I like that mechanic. I know some people probably disagree with it, but I'm as someone that loves JRPGs, I like that sense of feeling like I got rewarded for taking my time to go explore the world with my new upgrades and backtrack if I need to.
Yeah, like you said, the entire argument for me.
It's something the series just didn't give up on, as the third game had a similar mechanic, but the difference is that there aren't different levels of skills, and they can only be acquired using those skills on lower level field skill checks or just by being lucky. Most players are not
It's not luck.
lucky, and most of these
It's not luck based.
will go unused, which would just be kind of annoying if it was to unlock something basic like resource nodes or something, but a lot of these
Like, pause it real
are
quick.
necessary to
Like the entire, like the most recent 3 East games I played, 8, 9, and 10, you can't explore the entire area unless you get some type of field skill that lets you do it And then once you get that skill, whatever item is that you can't get to is a really good item.
Usually, yes. I haven't played Xenoblade, so I don't know if they specifically are barring you from progressing the story by doing this. But usually, if you're going around exploring anyways, you'll probably get the field spell probably pretty organically. So I don't know. Well, I guess. Well,
You need to eventually go to.
he said eventually go to, which means you can come back later.
Call upon the power of fire.
Hmm.
And number 12 is main character dies, everybody dies. Why do games do this? I mean, I
What?
get it in a game like Mass Effect where
So he's talking about how in RPGs or in situations where you have a party, when the main character dies, it's a game over.
I personally
like-
have no problem with this.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're the main character. Like, why would the story continue?
Okay, so hot take, I prefer it. It
Yeah,
adds
right.
a
You're right.
level of tension where you're the main character, you're the king. Your party is there to protect you. You're the damage dealer, you have supports, you have healers. That's how people usually play the game. Very rarely do
Pretty
I
much.
play an RPG or a JRPG where someone builds the main character as a support. So I prefer this. It's a level of difficulty and engagement that I'm
Yeah,
like,
Dragon
oh,
Age.
yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
I like that tension. Like, oh, the boss is about to do a big hit. The rest of them can do damage because if they die, no issue. I'm gonna block or defend, put
Right.
defensive spells. Like it's if you
Like
don't
Persona
like
5.
it, yeah,
If Joker dies, the game is over, right?
because he's the
He's the main
leading. He's the main character.
Right.
I disagree with this wholeheartedly. I like it. Again, this might be personal preference. Some people might hate it, but at that point, I'm gonna say skill issue? Question mark. Protect your main character. You're the character.
and the other characters feel less like other characters that you control.
You still control them.
Well, like in turn-based RPGs like Persona 3 or 5 or Yakuza.
In Persona specifically, the main character is so integrated into you being able to like he's so integrated into the story that if he were to die, the world is fucked.
The
So
story's
that's
over.
the whole reason as a JRPG mechanic, if you die in battle, the game is over. Like
Yakuza 7.
Yeah.
Yakuza 7. I mean, the Final Fantasy series, they get it right. If the main character gets
No.
killed or knocked out or whatever.
They're all the main character.
they're all the main character, they all contribute equally. Even though there is a main character, they're all equally important, which is why if one dies, they don't all die. Which is why in Final Fantasy
6.
it's a perfect example. Guess who's not there? Terra, the main character. Okay, that's fine. It's fine.
Like revive or whatever. If the entire party gets knocked out, it's game over, and that makes plenty of sense. If everyone is down, nobody is left to revive anybody. I mean, to some extent, you might expect the sort of backup party to.
It's like lore implications usually. Like I just okay, just ignore that. It's fine. We don't care about the story or any important
Like
characters
here,
in story.
Like if Noctis dies, that's the end of the game.
It makes
Yeah.
sense. But then there's games with this mechanic.
He-
where your companion
What did he just say?
revive anybody.
With this
I mean, to some
mechanic?
extent, you might expect the sort of backup party to eventually search for them, maybe find them and use some Phoenix Downs. I don't know. But that's, I mean, getting a little bit out of the purview of what you would want to do in a video game. Mechanically, it makes sense. But then there's games with this mechanic where your companions can go down normally, but if you, the protagonist, Joker, if you go down, it's immediate game over.
Are we just forgetting what he means as a to the story? Like why it matters? Just ignore that. It's
Yep.
fine. We don't pay attention to the story actually at all. We
No,
skip all
no.
cutscenes.
Around, they would be able to revive. They can't.
This game is
Doesn't
so
make any
goofy.
sense.
I need to play
It's
it.
frustrating as hell, and it just sucks. The remake of Persona 3 completely removed this feature and made it work like modern games because it's bad. Even Persona 3
It's not
Portable
bad.
and
I wish they would have gone back and kept it like that.
They got rid of this. and for some reason they brought it back at 5. The only reason any game is doing it anymore is for tradition's sake, and I have to assume that's why Yakuza 7 does it, just as a reference to old school RPGs, because it doesn't make any sense why you would do that otherwise. It's not even a traditionally hardcore game, but for some reason it's got this one super hardcore mechanic built in. I'll say at least with this one, more modern games are moving away from it. It does pop up here and there, but it's mostly vanished. And thank the god that you're probably going to kill at the end of the game for that. And number 11, click the stick. Here's one of those pet peeves a ton of people have, but games rarely, if ever, actually try to address it. Okay, I get using the stick as a button. I don't like it because it feels like every time you click the stick, it degrades the overall quality bit by bit. But
We are not talking about inputs right now.
Yeah, we are. Yes, we are.
The problem I have is with games that make you click it constantly. It's like if there's a game where you're like sprinting everywhere, or in Souls games.
Yeah,
Call
we
of
were talking
Duty's
about
had
putting-
Call of
putting
Duty's had Call of Duty's had sprint
Yeah.
on left stick for decades. We're gonna complain about pressing every time we want to sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Is that really what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what
We
we're
can't be
talking
serious. No, I'm
So we
not even
serious.
I'm not even
Or using it-
entertaining that. That's so stupid. Okay, we go on to
Number 10 is
10.
mandatory stealth segments, especially in
Okay.
non-stealth games. Game mechanics
Here's the first one I agree with. Mandatory stealth sections that don't need stealth. That's one I can agree with. Because not every game needs it. Especially if it's
Depend-
not designed for it.
It depends. I think if the stealth section is explained perfectly and you understand why you're doing it, and it's at least designed adequately enough that it doesn't feel awful, it's fine. I don't have an issue with it. That's why I said it depends. Because there are
Yeah,
some games that have stealth sections randomly that are fucking awful. Final Fantasy 14, I'm looking at you. It's fucking awful.
I don't know why they add.
I understand story-wise and element-wise why it's there. It's implemented horribly.
Yeah, it's not very
Mm.
good.
So I agree but disagree. It depends. So yeah, okay. That's like the first one. Again, it's just like the leveling, scaling thing. It's like a preference, I think.
even if it's
Yeah, it's a
for
preference.
good reason. Not every unnecessary stealth segment is automatically terrible, but I can't blame anyone for feeling that way because of how common.
Yeah, well, this one's like, okay, yeah, we're on the same page for the most part.
It was a scourge. Every half-baked movie-based game has them. For some reason, so many games wanted stealth, but they didn't want to put in the work to have actual mechanics, so they just made it really simple and binary. You either don't get seen and you win, or you do and you lose.
That's kind of how stealth works. I'm sorry to tell you. You don't get seen, you make it through. You get seen, you're dead.
Even
They
games
shoot
as
you.
beloved as Breath of the Wild or the Insomniac Spider-Man games somehow found a way to slide in some really annoying, highly scripted stealth segments. Like the Mary Jane parts in Spider-Man are crazy annoying. They can get worse than that, though. Remember the Force sneaking in the Hulk movie game? You feel like blessing Mary Jane's holy name compared to that garbage.
I've only played the demo for this game. I never played it.
Segments of games. Even if they
I never
aren't
played this at all.
necessarily the worst, devs find ways to make them annoying, inconsistent, and frustrating anyhow. If they just
I don't know how that's killing somebody, but okay, or knocking them out with a helmet, but okay.
Sneaking or a way to deal with enemies if you got caught. This mechanic
I really do not like Hogwarts Legacy.
but
I'm
most
sorry.
don't, so 99% of the
I
time,
didn't play it, so no opinion.
it just makes the game worse.
It was too slow for me.
Mm-hmm.
Should be in the clip. There's no need for us to be skulking about. So what is it you've been looking for?
And number 9, mashing buttons to do everything. Another holdover from the previous few generations. It's not so much a thing you see anymore, but now that we're a few years.
So why are we talking about it?
It's time to admit
Yeah, this
Right.
isn't very few modern games do this anymore. And
Yeah.
to be honest, it doesn't really bother me when I do it.
No.
Like, oh, I just gotta mash it.
How much are you mashing this shit?
Like as an example, one of the more modern games that did it was Final Fantasy 16. And it's like, yeah, in those situations, like, yeah, I gotta mash because I gotta power through something, and that's fine. Like, I wasn't really, I'm not going that hard. Like, it doesn't require you to be the fastest masher in the West.
No, it does
You
not.
just-
Monster Hunter has it too, but nobody
Yeah.
complains. Like, it's
Yeah.
literally like,
Yeah, it's just something that you gotta do. Like, you don't, like, even as an example, right? Kingdom Hearts 2, there's a final boss section where you have to mash X and triangle for Sora and Riku. You don't have to
Mm.
mash that hard. You just have to press the buttons consistently to be okay.
Most games give you the option to
Mm.
turn button mashing into
14, you have to mash that shit. Kind of insane. Just
You
a
do
little
have to
bit.
go crazy, but I'm on keyboard, so at keyboard I can just do this and it works.
Right.
So it's not too bad either. Push the child away.
And number 8 is box pushing. Pushing things so that you can push other things is old.
So we just hate puzzle games, is what I'm getting.
We hate puzzle
We
games.
hate puzzle solving. Like we
Yeah.
didn't like trial and error. We don't like box pushing. He doesn't like
No.
puzzle games. Gotcha.
Don't like
Okay, that's
puzzle
where we're
games.
at. This makes
where
more
we're at.
sense now.
Pushing games have their own genre. There's literally hundreds of Sokoban games out there. It's kind of impressive because for as often as this mechanic
You don't like puzzle games, just say you don't like puzzle games.
are where there's literally nothing else to do but push blocks and solve puzzles. Nobody actually likes doing it. Everybody hates block/pushing puzzles, but so many games do it. There's never really a need for a
And I don't really care for it. I don't dislike it or hate it. I don't like it though. It's just like, okay, I got to push this onto this and then I continue. I don't think about it too much.
15 seconds. That's it.
Hey, with the result of your plan, you're gonna get one. The legacy of Kane is half combat and exploration, half box pushing simulator. Something even as new as Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has some pretty awful slow segments where you're forced to push around a box or
Yeah, but it's
Now
not that.
this-
This was a
Yeah.
little slow. It was like I didn't mind pushing it, but it was slow.
Yeah.
Like that's my criticism of that. Like I wish, like, let's be real, bro.
It
I've
was
seen
fast.
I've seen
little
Cloud
fast.
do some crazy shit just a little faster. A little faster.
Just put a little more pep in yourself. Push the box. Just no.
No matter how hard we all collectively wish.
And number 7, quests that unlock whenever they feel like it. Cyberpunk 2077, excellent game.
That's not how they're designed. I'm sorry to tell you. I hate to break it to you. That's not how they're designed. A lot of the times, side quests are based on area, story progression, or other side quests. That's how they follow it. That's how they're designed. I hate to break it to you. I don't want to defend Big Corpo here with Cyberpunk on the screen, but that's how game design is usually. There are some games, I'm sure, that just say, oh, this side quest, forgot about it, here you go. Maybe. I've never experienced that. Any game that has side quests are area-based, level-based, side quest, previous side quest on unlock, and then story. Am I missing something?
Mhm. That I think
Or-
that almost
or-
close it.
The rare case where you find a really cool item that now has a story.
Yeah.
Random. I hate that gun position. That's just me.
Yeah, but that, yeah, I mean,
Trend in some modern games. Instead of making it so quests will appear immediately after wrapping up the preceding one, you have to wait around for the quest giver to call you or something. It makes receiving quests feel a lot more immersive, and it gives an in-universe reason why you're doing something that you're doing. But actually, some of these quests, waiting for them to trigger is
You just
awful.
gave the reason of why it's
They're vague and not really properly conveyed to the player, so you're mostly left guessing when or if they'll appear. The trick with Cyberpunk is that you have to pass time and drive an arbitrary amount of time until the person contacts you. But
Hey,
other games
guess
work
what?
differently.
You can go to a bed,
And
sleep for like
you'll
2 hours
continue the quest
or
chain.
the whole day,
The game to
and the next
discover.
morning the
Kind of
quest
sucks,
might be
but you
available.
wanna see what happens next.
yeah, I don't like that one, especially for a game like Cyberpunk or GTA, because they do this.
Drop. You know the ninja dog mechanic? You know, when game devs create a mechanic that's meant to be anti-frustration, but somehow it makes you much more frustrated. Like the mercy mode mechanic, where if you die enough times in the game, it'll eventually offer a chance to play on a lower difficulty. It would be considered forgiving if it basically didn't always make you feel like the ultimate chump. Dying multiple times.
It's kind of the point.
That's the point.
That's the
It's
point, man.
it's an option in the game to give you a chance to go to a lower difficulty because you're struggling, but it's also
Yeah.
giving up and accepting the loss. So yeah, if he makes you feel like a bitch, you're a bitch. Otherwise,
You're a bitch.
keep it at the same difficulty and go again.
Yeah. Never mind. Let me stop. Yeah.
Same boss or challenge sucks. But so does giving up and turning
God, I
to
love these games.
Baby loser mode. At least with like Ninja Gaiden Black, they're honest and make fun of you.
Mastered you. Or should I say
It's somehow less embarrassing to just get straight up insulted compared to the games that patronize you and try to act like they're doing you a favor. At least some games tell
No,
you
that's the
there's
point.
nothing to
If you
avoid
just said
difficulty and
don't
say
switch to
it's
lower
easy.
difficulty, and you'll never see that message.
Do, but some don't. Like Metaphor, where if you die a lot and crank the difficulty down to the easiest, you cannot switch back to normal, and the game does not give you a warning about that before you do.
It does actually. It tells you before you start the game if you hover over it.
Effect. So you're stuck in a platforming challenge, and the game offers to lower the difficulty, but it doesn't make any difference. The mechanics should make the game feel more forgiving, but it just comes off like they're laughing at you behind your back.
They are laughing at you. I would laugh at you. So we didn't see the things on the ground.
5 is force motion controls. Yes, we are past the era, but if you ever want
That-
to go back and play a game,
We're
on
past the.
Wii
You
U,
just said we're past the era. I'm not even.
then you know the
Does any game, modern game that's not on a Switch, give you motion controls other than like Astrobot?
The PlayStation?
Huh?
Yeah, I was about to say just the PlayStation.
Yeah, just PlayStation, right? Because they care about their little controller.
Yeah.
Again, we're gonna skip. We're not even gonna entertain that one either.
And number 4, the same damn lock-picking minigame. It's in Fallout, it's in Skyrim, it's in Dying Light, it's in Star Wars Outlaws, it's in Starfield, and just about every other goddamn game you can imagine.
I personally have no opinion about lock picking, but
I'm
Quan
gonna-
has his hands on his face. I want to hear.
I'm gonna ask you one thing. I'm gonna ask
Uh-huh.
you one thing. How do you fix it? If
Exactly.
Right.
That's the like, bro. There's a reason everyone uses the damn thing, right? Like,
It's
there's
just
a
a-
reason
it's
it's
just
always
a-
the same button.
it's a decent
It works.
system, it works. People know
Like-
when they see a lock picking and they see this, they know what they have to do.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah. Yep.
Because you want to know what the solution to that is. You take it away, you just lock pick. It's a random percentage chance based on your level, and it works or doesn't, and then that's it.
pretty much.
It's boring as fuck. It doesn't work, and it requires you to put levels into lock picking instead of like having where it is now, where it allows you to pick harder locks. I disagree with this one.
It's always the same. At least Splinter Cell had a different perspective, and at least as bizarre as the lock-picking was in Oblivion, it did look different.
Oh wow, so
Yeah.
interactive.
It used to be that if you needed to unlock a door, it's just an automatic action or possibly required an expendable resource. There used to be options, but now the default is to copy Bethesda for some reason. It was
Because
novel
it's
in Fallout
more
3,
interesting.
acceptable in games like
I'd rather do
Skyrim,
this than just
maybe not so much in
use an
Fallout,
item.
But it's got
Yes.
at this point. The hate isn't entirely on the mechanic itself either. It's sometimes just fine. Like, it's an acceptable mini game sometimes, maybe with specific doors, but man, does it pop up too often. Everybody's sick of it. It's tired, it's boring, it's annoying to have, and just do anything else. Like anything else, game devs. Anything new, because these lame lock-picking mini games are just less than nothing.
Very easy to complain about it, but not give any solution for it.
Diablo-style loot in games that do not need it. Diablo 2, a massive hit. Path of Exile, huge. World of Warcraft, a big business. Destiny and Borderlands are popular. But what ties these things together? It certainly doesn't sound like these are the same thing, but they're all about getting loot. And when the industry collectively decided to shift to the live service model, the most obvious thing to do is to take what are essentially single-player games and toss in a loot hamster wheel on top of the obsessive compulsiveness of other stuff to keep everybody playing forever, especially people who want to complete things. The problem is that not all loot is created equal. You can't just load up.
Don't even show me Anthem. I'm trying not to cry.
Automatically like it. The loot has to be good, and that's the issue. Too much loot is just wasting time, not just from.
I 100% agree. I hate the system. There's games for it, and like it's fine, but I hate it when it's like a game. Like this is a horrible example of it because it was like this game was meant to be live service, and then it went through this whole system. But this game would have been better as like a single player RPG with a really good story. I think we've had that discussion. I don't like this looter shooter or loot dropping simulator for games that really don't require it, or it doesn't
You
really
know,
change
yeah.
the gameplay.
First game comes to mind. Tom Clancy Ghost Recon Breakpoint didn't need loot system.
It didn't.
Yeah.
The
Didn't
game
need
was fine without it. The Division.
Most
Why does it
games
have that
don't
loot
need loot systems. That's the crazy part. It just
Like,
doesn't.
I purposely played Breakpoint without that system. because they give you the option. Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I agree with him. This is fucking. I hate the system. I hate that. I just want to play a game, get through the story, have fun, and then you're making me sit here and grind gear.
Service game haphazardly inserted collecting a ton of junk into the gameplay loop. Suicide Squad did it, Avengers did it, Injustice 2, worst of all, Anthem, which had some of the most abysmal loot I have ever seen. And that's in comparison to Suicide Squad, and it's 3% extra damage to Batman-infused enemies. If you know what that means, I'm sorry. We all had to go through that together, though.
Batman-infused enemies?
Don't worry about
Sounds
it.
kind of nasty.
What
the
the
games are basically anything Team Ninja has made in the last 10 years. The weapons and armor you get can be interesting and mechanically satisfying, but that basically only happens in New Game Plus. Before that, it's a bunch of trash sorting. Like, they throw so much loot at you that a non-insignificant portion of the game is just finding ways to get rid of it. Even with multiple modes of automation to speed up sorting and destroying loot, it gets annoying after a while. And number 2 is time-based mechanics. There are games with time limits, and out of those games, maybe 1 or 2 of the hundreds seem to have done it correctly. Those 1 or 2 are shining examples. Games like Dead Rising or Majora's Mask, or even something more obscure like Unsighted. These games have done it correctly. It's not like it doesn't exist. But I'm focusing more on extra modes, like Kenway's Feet from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, or the dispatch missions from Metal Gear Solid 5. These things, you send some guys out to do a quest for you, and you're forced to wait actual real time before that mission.
Oh no. I have to wait?
What sort of warrior are you looking for?
I don't understand.
Waiting for you.
It's like something out of a free-to-play mobile game, but it's part of a full-price game, and there's really no reason for it. These mechanics are...
You want to know why it's time-based and it's just a side thing? Because it's side content. It's just something you do
Side
occasionally while you're playing the game. It's not important.
It's not your experience.
I would complain about this if it's like a main core mechanic that
story.
you need to require to progress story. This is just
Yep.
side content that gets you resources and materials. What are we complaining about?
At least kind of tolerable if you can do some trick like rolling clock forward in PC. or
Because like
console.
this is already a bad comparison because he's showing Dead Rising, which is the main mechanic of you have to escape the mall with as many survivors as possible within 72 hours while trying to maneuver the map, play the whole story, and do all of this, and dispatching mercenaries that bring you supplies in Metal Gear Solid. Like, that's not the same.
No.
But if the game doesn't allow that and forces you to be online so you can check in with the server, that's just another tedious bit of busy work they can throw at you to keep your eyes glued to the screen. It's about engagement, not gameplay. And these kinds of mechanics are rarely satisfying or actually fun. They're more just screens that you have to sort through to get to fun stuff. And finally, good lord, we're finally at number 1, the Battle Pass. I mean, not necessarily a bad
Turn it off.
thing as a whole.
Turn it off.
In certain
Turn it off.
That's now the mechanic. It's
It's not a mechanic. Turn them off.
the
Turn
mechanic.
them off. Turn them off. Okay.
Hold on, I have to see the comments.
Bro, his comments are making my lips dry. Like, I have to keep applying chapstick after hearing his nonsense.
No one's
Like, how
just
do you go
outright.
through life? How do you go through life talking about this? Like if you don't want the battle pass, just don't interact with it.
That's so easy. Just so easy. Don't.
And that's,
Like, what?
again, not a game mechanic.
It's not a mechanic. Like,
And the battle pass doesn't give you anything that changes gameplay. It's all customizability and currency.
I mean, you might have some boosters. You might have some
Yeah, you might level up a little bit faster.
something, but like, really? What? No one cares, bro. No one cares. Bro, take a gummy and chill. Like, honestly, that thing is wild. You're complaining about the battle pass as a mechanic as your number 1. You would have been better off with your number 2 as your number 1.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Like, that should have been the case. Like,
Because loot system, that's the actual mechanic. Yes.
We need to then now. We need to just put a PSA. Someone needs to put out a video that gets millions of views to describe what a mechanic versus game design is, because apparently people don't know.
they don't know. We might do that. We might have to do that.
We might have
We
to
might
have that
lay down
discussion.
lay down the law. Just lay down the law. It's wild. Well, sorry,
Okay,
I had to sit through Gameranx.
Yeah, so that went on longer than I thought because we had a lot more to say in between. So we'll each give, just to cut it, get something a little at the end. We'll each give one mechanic we dislike, and then we'll talk about it. You guys have one in mind?
Man, every mechanic I'm thinking about isn't necessarily a mechanic. It's like it has something to do with level design, but that's the
Mm-hmm.
like. Come back to me. Oh my god.
You got anything, Zaquan?
I think the mechanic I don't like the most is probably going to be. I hate overshields. Overshields piss me off.
I could see
Or like
that.
invincibility. Like I hate iframes outside of fighting games.
Why?
Yeah, I hate iframes outside of fighting games. Like if I'm, what's that thing called? Like if I'm trying to do something and someone does like an emote or some stupid nonsense, right? Like there's just something weird that allows you not to be hit. That bothers me. I'm like, the only reason I should not hit you is because you dodge me, or because there is like a wall next to me and I hit it, and obviously I can't break through the wall or something, so this happens. But if it's like, oh, I shout or sing and all of a sudden I can't be hurt in the middle, I'm like, bro,
Yeah, I think
can't.
I was about to say, I think it comes
Like-
down to how those iframes are implemented, because I think if it's like through an emote
Yeah.
or something of that nature, it's fucking stupid. Like, I agree.
Yes.
So I think it's
That's
yeah.
just
I think it goes case by case basis, but usually those iframes that just kind of come out of nowhere off of something dumb that's not even like related to
Yeah.
the core gameplay, like that's the issue. I agree.
Pretty much.
I hate this mechanic. I'm tired of it. Fucking I know it comes through like okay, so when it comes to games like Resident Evil or survival horror, 100%. Breakable items that you lose and then you have to recraft or things of that nature, completely get it, completely understand. But then when you start including them into other fucking games, Breath of the Wild or other random games that aren't like full on survival crafting games,
Mhm.
it pisses me off. Sure, you can make the argument that's what Breath of the Wild is. I don't give a fuck. That's not what Legend of Zelda should be. So, suck my balls, I guess.
Man, like I'm really trying to think of a mechanic here, but all of them are related to level design. God damn it.
I mean, another thing that I hate, but it's more like game design, is unskippable cutscenes before like a boss fight or something, and then when you die, you have to rewatch it. I hate that shit.
Yeah, fuck it. I hate labyrinths in games.
Labyrinths, yeah,
I hate labyrinths in games. They just need to stop.
That is
They just
kind of
need to stop.
annoying.
they are annoying. I won't lie.
Mm-hmm.
But
I hate multi-stage bosses.
multi-stage.
I don't
No,
mind. I don't mind.
I don't mind
I
that.
hate the multi-stage
because
bosses.
I'm used to it by now. So
I
Yeah.
hate it. I can't stand it. If I like I think my biggest concern, my biggest annoyance with like when it comes to just core mechanics is when there is not a unique way to destroy something. It bothers me. Like if it's literally just stay alive long enough and keep pumping damage, I just get annoyed. I'm like, let me like cripple a leg or take the weapon. Like you was talking about the AP stuff with that
the
with the
Vastus-
scorpion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, take out the tail so we can't use this move. Like give me those things rather than just fire for the next 5 minutes and move around to where you don't step in the circles on the floor. Like give me something more interesting than that. Like come on.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, that goes case by case again, because there are some that do it
Yeah.
well, and there's some that do it fucking horribly, where you are just wait the timer out.
Yeah.
You gotta wait till the next phase. Like, yeah, I hate that shit too.
Like the phase part won't bother me if it was like, oh, if you take out his left arm, he can't go to phase 2, but he can still go to 3. So he then has to go to like phase 3 instead. Like give me those interesting fun. But the whole just
Can I consider RE5 can't move and shoot a mechanic? Because God, I hate that.
yes,
I hate that so.
that is a
Yeah,
mechanic.
it
Why-
is. It's a
why-
mechanic.
Why am I a military man and I can't move and shoot?
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't move and shoot like that. I would
I
definitely
wouldn't
shoot and then move.
But sure, but like in the
Yeah,
time of the games released, that are third person shooters, they can all move and shoot, but Chris can't. I don't. I didn't like that mechanic at all.
Chris
Yeah.
isn't what's his name? He isn't Leon. So
Oh, Leon couldn't move and shoot either.
oh, he couldn't. Oh, never mind.
RE4.
No.
Yeah.
I got
No,
nothing
you
to
want to
say
know
about
why?
that.
Everyone that's professionally trained and not a hunk of meat like the Gears of War people, they can slowly walk and shoot.
That part.
Yeah.
I'll
Slowly.
take the slow walk and shoot.
No,
I'll
I'm gonna be
take that.
honest. I'm indifferent
take that.
because I think about it also. Like if I was the one in that situation, I wouldn't move and shoot. I would shoot then move around. I'm not a mover and shooter myself. So
Mm.
if I'm
I'll
not
keep it
willing to
close.
do it, my game character doesn't have to do it either.
Oh god. Or just move and swipe the blade. You know.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right, we'll go
Well,
ahead and
man,
end it there for that
that's-
episode. We got bummed out by Gameranx, ruining our mood again.
Yeah, we're not watching one of those again. Or we will, but just later on. Hopefully it's
We need a cool down
a
period of like
proper,
2 months.
who's the other one?
Jake.
Jake. Yeah, hopefully it's Jake that does the next one. Jesus.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. Thank you guys.